All right, and yeah, we're back. Back with the Shocking Good Time podcast. Today we got our first guest, Anthony Bustamante.
Yeah.
Went to high school with this guy. He's now a car salesman, so me and my brother wanted to bring him on.
For auto deals.
Yeah, auto deals.
Auto deals. Shout out auto deals.
Boost, I got my first question for you, bro.
Oh, jumping right into it, huh?
How much did those shoes cost?
Honestly, I don't even remember. Like,
What kind of shoes are those?
They are Nike Dunks, but some collab with somebody.
Who's that?
I think it's like some skater, Kyler Murray or...
Kyler Murray is a football player.
No, bro, I don't know. Tell me about it. I don't know. I just bought them.
Okay, that's fresh. What's that design right there on the side?
The
Little star.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Those are dope.
Thank you, man.
How much you pay for him?
I think like $200.
Oh, okay.
$200.
Yeah.
Is that like typical what you drop on a pair of shoes?
Kinda.
Or, yeah, is that kind of higher?
I
or
mean,
mid?
I stopped after I had my daughter. I sold all my shoes, and I forgot what I used to pay for shoes.
How many shoes did you sell after you had your daughter?
I think I sold like 13 pairs, like 3 months before I had my daughter.
Dang, what was your collection before that?
Yeah. Nothing. I just went crazy. Went crazy buying shoes like once a week, twice a week.
That's crazy. Were you on that list? Because I'm not really big on Nike, but I know like Nike has that thing now where they have you like waitlisted for shoes.
Nah, I always bought retail. I always bought after they dropped with my buddies that work at like the resale spot.
Okay.
You know, and then
Does that work?
probably. And then and I'll just pay the extra money for them or whatever.
That's cool.
Better than waiting in line, I guess.
Yeah. So just kind of getting into it, like what do you do with your background? What made you get into the business that you're in right now?
So the main thing was right after. I mean, of course, I'm a COVID graduate, so they kicked us all out of high school, and I went straight to work. As far as like a truck, I was a truck washer for diesels.
Okay.
For a good like 2-3 months, 4 months maybe.
That was right after high school?
Right, like the week after they kicked us out, I went straight to work and just.
Was that like March 12th of like 2020
something like that.
or something like that?
I remember the week after I had just got back from LA, and we started school that Monday, and then I think Friday they told us we'll call you guys if you guys come back or something like that. And then I went straight to work. I was like, man, whatever.
We ain't going back.
And so fast forward, I'm at work. The story was I got fired from that job.
Okay. And what was that?
So I caught a generator on fire on a Saturday, bro. Nobody because I used to work Tuesday to Saturday and then Sunday, Monday off. And nobody was there, not the boss, not the managers. I had a key to the shop. And I was washing a truck and the generator ran out of gas. So it was a diesel washer that took diesel and gas for the water heater. And so it ran out of gas and it was still hot. So I went to go get gas and I was pouring it in. And the gas tank just fucking blew up in my hand.
Oh my
bro.
God.
Wow.
Did you get burned?
No. So I dropped it and then like a little trail of gas was going to the generator.
A little trail under the truck.
Yeah, so then I call. I'm like, hey, what do I do? And I just start panicking. And so the trucks have the fire extinguishers thing in the truck, in the cab. So I grab it and I just, and I call my boss. And he's like, oh, it's cool, go home for the weekend and we'll talk about it Monday. And then I went home. I went to Monterey on the next day on that Sunday, Monday.
You had to go to cool off or what?
Yeah, I went with Ava.
Clear your mind.
I went with Ava. I was like 17 still at the time.
Yeah.
18. Just turning 18. And I called my boss. I was like, hey, I'm just calling. Am I still going in on Tuesday? Like, what's going on? Because he was like, I'll call you. I was like, all right. He was like, yeah, come on in, buddy. It's fine. This and that. We'll see you Tuesday. All right, cool. I get suited up on Tuesday with my work shirt and stuff. I had just got my work stuff, my work pants, my work shirt.
Dang,
I passed my 90 days.
Okay.
So they bought all that for me. And then he's like, come in my office, man. And I was like, okay, what's going on, man? And he's like, oh, yeah, today's your last day, actually. I was like, oh, man, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was making like $400-$500 a week.
Okay.
I was just 17. And I'm like, all right, cool. Got my lunch from the fridge and left. Call my dad up, and he's like,
Were you kind of expecting that already?
I was on edge a little bit, but then like it caught me off guard because I went like an hour into work that day, and he was like, on the speakers, hey, Bustamante, come to the office. I was like, all right, went. Yeah, it's your last day. I was like, okay, here's your last check.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. Call my dad up. I was like, yeah, that incident Saturday. Yeah, I just got let go. And he was like, oh, call him my compa. And I was like, all right. Call him up. His compa was like, yeah, come down to the dealership, because he owns like a dealership on Abbey and McKinsey area downtown.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Carrillo's Auto. That's kind of where I started, and I was changing tires, putting gas. I was just being a lot boy, because I had a driver's license. So he was like, hey, drive this car, get it ready for smog, and bring it back. And then slowly started getting into sales, and then from sales went to finance. From finance, I was doing DMV, and then it turned into I was doing all three things and only myself at the dealership, kind of running that whole dealership. And yeah.
So what's the setup right there at auto deals right now? You kind of doing the same thing?
No.
You on one thing now?
Yeah. So only one thing I focus on: bringing customers in and selling them cars. That's it. I don't do finance. I don't do DMV. I don't do buying the cars.
They have a whole team for the financing piece?
Yeah, we have a whole separate team for financing, for DMV, and then for reconditioning on the car. As soon as it gets off the truck, we send it out, get inspected.
Did you go to auto deals like as a salesman, or did you kind of have to work your way up?
Yeah,
into
I went in as a salesman. So my mom and the owner and my dad and the owner all went to school together.
Oh, okay.
Because the owner's from Carruthers.
Nice.
And my mom always bought cars from him. She was buying her last car, and she was like, hey, my son's in sales. My son sells cars. And he was like, give him my number. Call him up. I'm like, hey, this is Anthony, Olivia's son. Like, he's like, yeah, come in. When can you come in to? I wanna meet you. When can you come in? We go in there, and he's just asking me all this stuff, and I didn't hear a call back for like 3 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. I was like, I didn't get the job,
Yeah.
And then I get a random call like on a Sunday, like, when can you start? And I was like, oh, right now, tomorrow. And he was like, all right, Monday. He was like, let's go to finish this week, and then I'll see the following Monday. Well, all right, cool. Told my boss at the time, I was like, hey, I got an offer. Either I was like, got an offer. What do you want to do? Because honestly, if he would have been like gave me a raise or whatever, I probably would have still been there. Probably would have stayed. He was like, money's money, go for it. And I was like, all right.
No, like no bad blood.
No. I still call him every once in a while, just check up on him, and I mean, he's still family. He's my dad's. He grew up with my dad, so
that's cool, man.
He's my dad's compa, my mom's compa.
That's cool.
So
how many cars are you selling a month or a week, or what's your target?
My target's over 15 every month, so
Okay.
I had to at least sell 15.
Okay.
And the last 2 months I was hitting 20, 24, 23.
What's the max you've sold in a month?
25.
25?
Yeah, 25.
That's almost a car a day, almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
So February I sold 25.
Dang.
Nice.
In February.
Nice.
So 28 days, 25 cars.
Okay, so I mean, there was a time probably. I feel like every salesman has that moment where like they feel like they're not doing numbers right. Like you feel like you're in a ditch, or you feel like you're
exactly. I've been like that.
You're stuck, right? What separates you from not being able to sell a car to like having a month like February where you're selling 25 cars? Like what have you done differently to get from that moment where you're not selling anything to selling like the max?
First things first is attitude, bro. Attitude is king, especially in a dealership. You know, if you don't have an attitude, you just bring everybody else down, and it's come in with a. Can I cuss?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Come in with a shitty attitude, bro, and you just bring everybody down. So it's all about the vibes, really.
Yeah.
And then you cranking those phone calls and.
Is it you like reading the person, like what kind of like mirroring them?
Yeah. The hardest part about it is bringing the customer in. Like I was saying to before this, you have to bring the customer into the dealership, because our dealership is a little bit off of Blackstone, so we don't get that walking traffic. You know. So it's all about bringing that customer. Hey, Pino, what kind of car are you looking for? Oh, I got it. Come check it out. Come check it out. Come check it out. And then
the key is to get people there.
Yeah, just get them there. Once you get them there, bro, they see your whole showcase.
Yeah.
How many cars you guys have on your guys' lot? Typically
60 to 100.
Okay.
We carry a good amount of vehicles on our lot. And yeah, the main thing is bring the customer in. Once you bring them in, bro, I have a whole team behind me. So if they don't end up liking my vibe, liking anything, hey, so and so, hey, I brought this customer in. Can you help them out?
Yeah.
You know, and if it turns into a deal, it turns into a deal. If not, on to the next. You know.
Yeah. Do you track like your conversion rate, things like that? Do you track your closing rate?
I don't track it, but the dealership tracks it. We have I have an awesome back office that she's a one person show back there, and she tracks the average grosses, the average down payment, the average closing, the average customers that come in.
What's your average closing?
I don't even
Out of like 10 people, how many are you closing?
My closing ratio is probably like every 3 customers, probably one. Every 4 is like one deal.
Okay, so probably 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
4 out of 10.
Yeah. So the more people we bring in, man, the ratio, you know.
Do you guys do like training or like sales training, or not really, or is that something like kind of the sales guys do on their own time, or?
My boss wanted to implement it and like do all that. We do have like our monthly meetings and our monthly, you know, what are we gonna do better? What have we been doing better? Meetings, recap meetings, but not necessarily like sales meetings.
Yeah. It's good. One thing that a lot of people don't know about our business is like we're in the sales business too, man.
Yeah.
Like
Of course.
we go to customers' homes
Bidding.
and we have to, you know, it's not just we're selling them something, we're offering them upgrades to their homes or improvements, you know. So if a customer has an old wiring system in their home, we're going to let them know that they have that and let them know what their options are to fix their home, upgrade their home. At the end of the day, if we're doing electrical, we upgrade an electrical system, you're not only confirming the safety of your family, but also you're upgrading the value of the home as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of selling points in that, and we have to practice those. So same thing with like car dealership, like I know there's things that you've learned along the way where you know customers are gonna react a certain way if you say a certain thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think sales is everywhere.
Yeah,
it's in anything, and when you start looking at it that way, I think not necessarily just selling people, but being on their side and helping them choose what they want. I think that's the key to selling.
People are programmed for options.
Yeah,
you know, like. People are automatic shoppers. You know, you tell them one thing, they're gonna shop you around. You know, it's just about making main thing is making that person like you.
Yeah.
Once they like you, they can't really say no. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, what's the toughest or like the hardest objection that you get all the time? Like, what are people?
That's payment shoppers, really. I mean, because they come in. Most of the people you bring in already know of you, know your person, know, you know.
Yeah.
Most of my customers come from my videos, for instance. You know, people already know how I am, how I talk. So it's like that wall is already somewhat down.
Okay.
So the main thing is getting them in their budget.
So the price.
And then selling the car, like, yeah, you came in for this car and this is this payment, but you want to be at this payment, I'll show you this car that fits in that payment, you know. That's really the main thing, the probably the numbers.
Yeah.
Yes. But like the car industry, like we don't. My boss likes to say we're a people business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not a car business. We're a people business.
Yeah,
we're all about helping families. You know, upgrade their cars.
Yeah.
Start their credit. You know, start like stuff like that.
What happens if someone comes in like with no credit? Like what do you guys do with that? Are you guys able to finance somebody with no credit?
No credit.
And how does that work?
No credit.
I bought my first car unscored. It was at own a car. And I had no credit score at all. And,
by yourself too, or your
it was by myself.
Okay.
And I put $7,000 down, and that was pretty much it. But dude, me putting that $7,000 down, I was making my payments all the time, like on time. And dude, I think within a year, my credit was like over 700.
Yeah.
Dude, I built credit like so quick.
First time buyers, I like to tell them you're not only buying your car right now, you're buying your credit. You know, nowadays credit's more than money.
Yeah.
If you have credit, you know, you don't need that much money. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. One thing that, man, we were talking about this last week, and we haven't posted the last video yet, but by the time people see this video, we'll have
that one will be up. Yeah.
We were talking about debt last week, so the amount of debt people are in and things, and like it's like when they talk about the national average of like debt in the U.S. and like how we're trillions in debt, they're not just talking about the government, they're talking about the people that are like internally, like what we're spending. So there's a lot of debt here in the U.S. and I think not a lot of people are. I mean, I've seen it in the headlines now more recently, but there's a lot of people in debt, bro, and like that's like it's a lot of bad debt. Like it's different if you're like if you have a rental.
I
or
heard
something
it's
like
better to have like to be unscored than to have bad debt. Is that true or not
I
necessarily?
mean, I don't know the whole ins and outs of the credit. You know, like I know about like no score is it's fine. We can get you qualified no score. You know, banks like three things. They like a credit score, they like income, and they like down payment. You could be shy on one of the three things, and a bank will finance you. You can have credit, no income, and some sort of down payment. They'll.
Do you guys always try to like require a down payment, or do you guys?
No, I mean I don't benefit off the down payment. Okay. People think we benefit the more.
That
down
was my
payment.
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does
people
that
think
work?
that, bro. It's crazy because they're like, oh, I don't want to put so much down because, you know, you guys benefit. No, I don't. I don't even see your down payment. I benefit on how much I saw you the car for.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take your down payment and
Is
put it in
that
my pocket.
Is that like do some dealerships operate that way?
I don't know.
or-
I've only worked at 2 dealerships my whole life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I don't think so. You know.
Yeah, because like a
I
lot of
know a lot of people at dealerships.
Yeah. So you guys don't require a down if you guys as long
No,
as
if
you
I
have
can
like
do
good,
zero down, I'll do zero down.
like with good credit or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because some dealerships they'll just rip the like when they're putting a freaking ad out online. It's a 5K down.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey
Yeah.
man, like somebody.
That's just to get hook somebody in there, you know, like
Yeah. Or like I think owner cars is like $500 down, $500 down.
Like me
guaranteed or
personally, like
something that.
me personally, I would have. Are you smoking, bro? What's going on? Like something smoking right there?
No, it's my drink, bro. I think
Is it
it's-
cold?
Yeah, it's cold.
Oh, okay,
that's how old it is.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like what was I gonna say? Yeah, so like, bro, when I see like $5,000 down, like whatever it is, like it's a turn off for me, bro. Like I don't like spending my hard cash, bro. I
Yeah.
keep that in my pocket. So, but yeah,
I don't put down payment when I buy cars. Though.
yeah. The only time that I financed a car, so I took over. So the first car that I did payments on is I took over my Jeep. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
You remember my Jeep in high school?
Yeah.
So I had a Jeep in high school, and I took over payments. I got it paid off. I paid it off. And then I got this other car, but I got my loan through EECU. Like that's like for me, I feel that's the best because I didn't have a down payment, and my interest rate's like
Yeah, and they sell you warranty.
it's like 4%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
what
always
mine is.
have those little promos, especially in the summertime.
Oh, who ECU?
Yeah,
Okay.
summertime.
Do you
That's
guys
cool.
work with them or no? You
So nobody works with ECU. So if a dealership tells you they have ECU as a bank, they're lying.
They're lying.
Because-
I've heard that, bro. Someone told you that, didn't they?
Yeah.
You don't want to say no names, but I know exactly, bro.
Because ECU is a private bank.
Yeah.
You know, they don't work with no dealerships.
Yeah.
Like we have something called it's called Cuddle System,
Yeah.
which is credit union dealer, and I don't know what the L stands for, but it's it's called Cuddle, and it's full of all the credit unions that accept dealerships.
Yeah.
And
So
they're not
ECU's
on there.
okay.
No, they're not on the
Credit One.
Credit One, yeah.
Yeah. Are they on there?
Yeah. As far as that I know, I'm not finance, but I know like Noble,
Noble,
and like Golden One, and
Yeah.
Not Credit One. Yeah, Golden One. My bad. Golden One.
Yeah,
That's
Golden
it.
One.
Wait, but ECU, yeah, they're
private, though.
They're private, but you
The
can't
customer
get
has-
an auto loan for them. You
Yeah,
just
you
gotta go
can
directly.
So
yeah.
say you came to my dealership, you're like, oh, I really like this car, and I don't like your numbers though. That's fine. You can shop my approval to ECU. You're like, oh, I got a pre-approval through ECU. Dealerships will do it's called a agreement to purchase.
Yeah.
Purchase agreement. Sorry.
I did that.
You take that to ECU, and they either beat it or match it, or it's worse sometimes. And they'll just end up coming back to us and financing with us.
Yeah. I did that. That whole.
Didn't you do that when you sold your Jeep?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I had like $2,000 left on my Jeep.
Okay.
And the person that bought it met at ECU. The ECU did all the paperwork and
Yeah.
gave me a DMV paper to fill out. So it was pretty sleek, you know.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
How
I
are
just did an
the-
ECU deal yesterday.
How are the interest rates right now, like in the auto industry?
I believe they went down. I think it's like a 5.99 or something like that. I know it seems kind of high, but
and that's like with
that's
what kind of
economy.
credit do you know? Or
prime like sevens and up.
okay,
The sixes will probably get like a 8%, 7% still.
it's still not like too bad, honestly.
It's not bad,
Like,
but I mean, for the economy, you know,
Yeah.
like all credit scores or all credit
yeah.
interest rates are high right now.
Yeah. I know we've been talking about like cars for a while. I have a question for you because I know you're talking about this the other day, like the casino and things like that. Like, do you still go a lot? Do you feel like
I mean, Table Mountain still has my fair share. You know, I'm not gonna lie. It's
bro? So that's the thing, bro. Like, because I used to go to the casino and stuff like that too. It was it's fun, but it's dangerous.
It is dangerous. No, trust me, it is dangerous.
Yeah.
18, I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, 18-year-old selling cars, making money. You know, you're just right there, just.
Yeah.
And so I learned the hard way.
Yeah, some of the conversations that we had, like outside of podcasts and things, like you're at the casino or you're inviting me to the casino. And I'll go 100% and I'll spend. I think one night I lost like $600 and I felt sick to my stomach, bro.
No, tell me about it.
Yeah, and I've seen people, I've heard stories, and one question I wanted to ask you, like, have you heard like any stories of people like going to the casino, like being, because like I've heard crazy stories, bro. Like I've heard people like barely, like they're driving the casino and they can't even, their car can't even make it to the casino.
Wow.
And they're
No, I don't know like that. No.
Yeah, bro. Like I heard stories like that before, so I know there's people out there that are just stuck on the slots.
Yeah, no. Trust me, I totally. I mean, I know what you're talking about. Though.
Yeah,
but I don't know nobody like that. No.
Our barber. I'm just kidding. Hey, Drew, if you watch this, I was just kidding, bro. Don't buzz my.
I think the worst I've been down. So I wasn't down. So I originally bought in with like $300, and I was like, yeah, I was 18.
Yeah. And
I show up and I dropped I think I was like 19, but I was working like a prevailing wage job, so I was like making like a shit ton of money, and I think I had like probably like 20 grand in my like savings, and like $1,000 was nothing at the time. I was just like, I'm gonna go have fun. And so I pulled $300 out. I'm with my boys, and I lose the 300 within probably like the first 10 minutes of me being there. I was like, I'm gonna pull another 3. Yeah. Pulled another 3 out.
Lost.
And like it probably lasted me like another like 20, 30 minutes, and I lost it again. Dude, I went, pulled another 3. At this point, I had like a total of $900 pulled out. Yeah, dude. But with that additional like 300 that turned into, which was 900, I was able to like come all the way back and just like break even, and I considered that a win for the night. I was I'm done.
100%.
I
break even.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm never doing that ever again in my life, bro. But I probably wouldn't tell anybody that story if I would have just lost the whole 900.
No, there's been, when I was 18, I took a hard hit. Yeah. When I was there one time alone too, like at 10 in the morning.
Dang.
I was addicted. Yeah. I mean, I go now because I know a lot of people that are dealers. You know, from being there since I was 18. Yeah. And one of my good friends is a pit boss. So he's the guy with the suit with the tablet.
Yeah.
So I go see him. He gives me free lunches and comps and stuff like that.
Nice.
Rooms and anywhere in the casino.
That's dope.
And that's one of the only reasons why I go now. I mean, I still go for fun, but just to go hang out, get away. It's more like I want a beer type thing. It's like, I want to go play cards.
Yeah, you like the bar that they got up there?
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. The drinks are good. I like the teppanyaki spot too.
Yeah, we're doing work up there right now. Actually, they're
so you're the reason why I was closed when I went.
Yeah, no.
So the little deck was closed.
It's closed right now because they're actually turning that into like a small, like, it's like not a circle bar, but it's a squared bar. Okay. So like you could sit around the bar.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So and be outside on the roof deck.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's gonna look pretty nice, man.
I actually went last Thursday. Yeah. I got like $200 at. Excuse me. I had like $200 like at the teppanyaki place.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Me and Ava went, and it was like our second time there. Yeah. And I was trying to go over there to like the roof, and it was closed.
Yeah, we had a dude. Like, I'm just going back to like the whole like the casino thing, bro. Like we had a friend of ours. I consider her a friend, I guess, but she's really old, man. She's way past retirement. She's probably like in her 80s or 90s at this point. And one of her friends had left her some money after she passed, and it was like 60 grand, bro. She blew it in the casino one night. One night, bro. Spent the whole 60 G's, and like she was there till like like 11 a.m. in the morning. Like
Yeah.
she was like looking for money, bro. Like that,
Yeah.
like
Oh man, that's
yeah,
sad.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's sad.
And the thing was, like, nobody was there to stop her.
Yeah,
She was there by
exactly.
herself, you know.
Yeah.
So the most I've lost in a night, like no bullshit, like 2,500. But I was
mean,
already
That's not like yeah, like that's
yeah.
That's bad, but like,
That's
yeah,
bad,
you
but,
can
like,
you can recover from that.
And
man.
that's when I had no kids. I was
Yeah.
I was like 19, 20 at the time. No kids, just me and Ava. And yeah, I mean, I had went one morning because I think Ava was at work or something. And I went one morning by myself. And
I mean, you see Drake lose a couple meals just one night, bro. So,
but I did go on a crazy run like 3 weeks ago. I hit on the tables for like $8,000
dang.
off of like $500.
Hey, so have you ever did like the side bet and hit like on the like triple sevens? No.
I always
have you
hit
seen
it
that?
though. I hit it all the time.
Oh, like you always
I just
place
don't
it?
bet it though.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
No, like
Like you hit it before you just don't place the bet. Okay.
I do my matches though, of course. Every hand I do the little.
You always do the
but-
matches?
Yeah, always.
You never bet on the sevens though?
No,
Really,
never,
bro? I feel like I
never.
always like once I'm up, at least like what I bet in, I always start betting on it.
No,
Like,
never, bro. But there's been times where it's been like 3-4 times already where I hit the sevens, but I don't bet it.
kicking yourself.
And,
huh?
and the dealer knows, like most of the time the dealer knows, like yeah, you never even bet it anyway, so nothing to be mad about.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like, cause like for me right now, like I don't like I know what you guys are talking about, like a little bit. Like there's people there's people listening to this conversation right now, like they don't know anything what you guys are talking about, but
It's blackjack, you know.
Yeah.
So like you pull 2 7, the dealer deals you a 7, they have a 7, and then they deal you another 7, so it's 777. So I have 2 7.
It's like 21.
And then the dealer has the 7 showing
at that point they do that spin, right? And
Yeah.
the progressive.
You've hit that before?
No.
Okay. I know
I've
somebody
hit it on
yeah.
accident, like where I
But
don't bet
you
it.
didn't bet it. Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. No, like that you have potential to win. I think
Yeah.
like they have it up there all the
Dude.
times, like 20 to 40 grand or something like
Yeah.
that.
You've been to Vegas before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in Vegas, I don't know if any of the casinos here in California or like near Fresno have it, but like it's like a dealer like 8-card bust or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
If the dealer goes over 8 cards,
It's
and then they
250 to 1.
yeah, dude. Raymond's uncle, he bet. I think he just did like a $5 bet or something. He won $1,000
Yeah.
off of $5, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the dealer.
But I mean, the odds got to be against you heavy,
well,
right?
the
Yeah.
dealer has to deal themselves 8 cards and then bust. So
Yeah.
the dealer
So
went
they-
over 8
That
card
makes sense.
bust.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it blackjack?
Blackjack,
Yeah. They have that here in Fresno though.
Do they?
Yeah, they have 2 card rooms.
Have you been to the? Is it Club One?
Yeah,
Is it,
Club 1
is there like?
Bro, I
I
went
love
there.
good there, or-
I love their pho. over there,
I
bro,
went there, bro. I'll
honestly.
never go there again.
Damn.
What you said? Fun? They got fun
Yeah,
there.
I like their pho over there.
Yeah, bro. That's the only thing I like, bro. I like the food. That's it. Like,
Why? What was your experience?
bro, I went there absolutely lost, bro. Like, and I mean, I think I was more mad because, like, there was no winning hands. Like, there was,
That'll make me never go back again though.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
The-
but
the-
I like a little
the hand-
little
the
win
hand
one,
suck?
lose one. Yeah.
The hand
no,
suck
and then
there?
and I hate when the dealers are like, "Thank you for playing," but like sassy or like sarcastic. It's like, bro, like, all right,
All
like,
right, bro.
like what
Yeah.
do you gain from acting like that, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going home. So,
Don't
you
do-
know what? Hey, it's my fault. I'm there in the first place. You know, I gotta
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
that. So
That's one thing I hate, man. I hate like when dealers like they're just in a bitchy mood, bro. Like they're just like the vibes suck.
Yeah.
If the vibes suck, I'm leaving the table, bro.
So the dealers they get paid like below minimum wage,
are you serious?
so they rely on your tips. So if you're not tipping, bro, they're gonna be
Below
yeah,
minimum wage? Is that even legal, bro? Like,
well because it's just it's like commission, solid tips.
oh,
You know,
got
but
you.
they're just right there. That's why if they don't tip, if you don't tip, they're just like, you know, fuck this guy.
That's good to know, bro. Cause
So-
yeah, I'm gonna start.
A little $5 tip will go a long way with
Yeah.
the dealer, low key, bro.
I just give him 100, bro. 100 bucks
Yeah.
right off rip. Hey, make me win today.
yeah,
Do you play the like roulette or
yeah.
Not
I
really.
play more Vegas roulette than the.
You don't like the
regular
cards,
roulette.
huh?
Nah.
Yeah, that's
because
a lot of people-
California we're limited, so we
No
don't have
ball.
dice and we don't have no ball.
yeah?
So it's all card. Everything in California is all cards.
Mm.
Even we have dice here in California, but it's all based on cards.
Yeah.
Really? What?
Yeah,
What?
craps.
Oh, okay.
But there's no like real dice system.
That's
That
like
makes
that's Nevada.
Nevada,
Like,
yeah, outside of California.
Do you do any of the sports betting or like online betting or not really?
I was heavy on that last year.
Yeah. Well, like
It's funny you should say that. I would wake up, bet. Wake up in the middle of the night, bet. Like, bro,
oh,
it was
like
bad.
Bovada or what?
No, Price Picks.
Prize picks. Okay.
It
Yeah.
was bad.
I feel like, bro, that's what I'm telling you, bro. Like that's like, bro, I feel like that's why a lot of people are in debt, bro. It's like gambling. It's like stupid spending on like luxury stuff that you can't even afford.
Bro,
like, bro, I saw a post the other day. It was Coachella, bro. Like 60% of the people finance the Coachella tickets, bro.
I watched that. Yeah.
Why are you going to Coachella if you can't afford it?
Crazy, bro. You don't belong there.
Getting paying on Klarna or whatever that thing's called, bro.
Yeah, that's
Afterpay.
crazy, bro. You can do that now, huh? Like with like concert tickets.
DoorDash.
You can do.
Bro, I saw somebody DoorDash McFlurry, bro. They did a little meme.
It's gonna take me 4 weeks to pay off my McFlurry.
Like $1 a week or something like that. Like, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's insane.
Bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the way that they are like letting people like the younger generation finance everything it's gonna just crumble.
It's gonna crash, bro.
So it's gonna crumble our
some bubbles in a pot, bro. Something's in a pot.
It's gonna crumble our financials.
So many people are gonna be in debt, bro. It's gonna just the economy's gonna crash.
Bro, it's a pattern.
They already are.
It's a pattern though. Every 10 years something happens.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
that's why. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen my post. I've been heavy on XRP.
I've seen that.
Heavy.
Yeah,
bro.
it's down right now, huh?
It's down, but I mean, it hasn't went under $2.
You got the insider on that or what?
Not necessarily insider. I mean, I work with somebody that studies that XRP stuff heavy.
Yeah.
So he educates me, and then sometimes whatever he says though just goes in one ear, one out the other.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, bro, what do I do? He's like, put it in here. That's it. All right. And then I track it here and there. Like today's supposed to be a big day, supposedly with some kind of baking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't really quote me on that.
So the XRP stuff, like from what I heard, and I don't know how true it is, but like is it like Japan that's like making it like part of like one of their currencies or something
like that.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to implement a different type of currency.
Yeah.
Like instead of waiting 3 days for a check to clear or whatever, XRP's Ripple is just instantly.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
I see why people are saying that. Like, I mean, if that's true, like what I heard is true. Like, I mean, that's
supposedly like Trump's gonna be big on crypto, big on everything. Like,
do you own any like Bitcoin or anything like that?
I only have XRP. I don't have any Bitcoin. I don't have any.
Do you know anybody that has Bitcoin?
Not personally, but I know somebody that wanted to buy Bitcoin at like 15 grand.
Oh man!
And his advisor was like, "Nah, don't do it. It's stupid."
Dang.
And then he fired him.
I think the day Trump won the election, it was like at 92,000.
Yeah,
bro. It
went all the way up to like 106, bro.
Did it really?
Same thing with XRP. It went all the way up to 360 something.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's steady.
360.
No, $3.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, my bad.
That's crazy.
And so, but it started at like cents. It started like at 1 cent, 2 cents.
So if you bought like 1,000 of them,
So my coworker, he was like, in 2021, he was like, bro, buy XRP. Even if it's $100 a check, just throw it in there. And everybody was like, man.
When people start pulling out, like, do you get scared or do you like?
Nah, because you only lose if you pull out, you know.
Unless it goes lower than what you bought in for.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, even if it goes lower, bro, I'm gonna still hold it until I at least break even.
Yeah, dang.
You know, I'm there. I'm gonna be hanging in there, bro.
I think we're good. If you guys want to tune in next week, we're gonna be posting these every week. So if you guys are interested in the pod, just keep watching. We'll have some more content out for you guys. Booster, thanks for coming on, bro.
Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate you coming on and answering all of our questions.
It was kind of fun,
Yeah. Till next time, guys. You guys take it easy.